gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
The Vikings hit 10-4 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The 45-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down on a well-designed play there. That gets them 16 to move the chains. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook with his 13th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Again, it's Barkley. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Throwing Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
And that's their 1st sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. Cousins on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Cousins now on second down. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is...
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Throwing is Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it up.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. the 30, 10, 5, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that's a great play for that defensive unit. Gano the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Chandon Solomon. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'd have to say that's a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a 1st down and not a touchdown.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
And they'll try a jet sweep. It's Rager.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, and it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
It's a room to maneuver, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Barkley fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Barkley again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Here's Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the final tally. Give to Cook out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. They run the counter with Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Cook.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Got it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Up the middle with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? Saquon Barkley running right, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Gano's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger.